Hey everybody, this is Sean DeMotz. He's the guitar tech here at Northwest Guitars. Hey Sean, can you give us a little background on like where you started and how long you've been doing it, and kind of how you set up your shop here?
Okay, yeah, I've been doing guitar teching off and on for the last 10 years or so. I started out at Mills Music over in Redmond, and then I went on to Floyd Rose, worked there for a few years after that, and now I've got a little shop here in the back of Northwest Guitars. Yeah, I just have my bench here. I have all my tools. I got my computer, and I've thrown a few of these into guitars. It goes very well. It's pretty much if you can change out a pot, you can put this finger into your guitar.
So on average, like you were saying, because I think you've done installs in like maybe, I don't know, 5, 6 different instruments so far,
Yeah.
like a Fender, and then a few knockoffs and true Gibson style guitars and things like that. On average, you were saying that it was, the first time I think you did it was maybe half an hour or something.
Yeah,
like
it was
that?
about a half an hour, and that was
Yeah.
also an older kit that was a little more difficult to assemble.
Yeah.
If good guitar tech could do it in about 20 minutes. It just depends. I mean, if you're going to put it in a hollow body, it's going to be more difficult. It's that would be the same as changing a pot. But yeah, your standard, most common, Fender, Strat, Tele, Les Paul, or even flavors similar to those. It's going to go pretty quickly and easily.
Yeah, cool. Now, if people had questions, or if someone in the area wanted to, grab one of our tuners and come in and grab it, do you have a website, or are you just associated with Northwest Guitar, and then they can get a hold of you directly, or?
Yeah, you can just email me, Sean at northwestguitars.com, and my email's on the website.
Cool.
Also, they call the store and reach anytime.
Yeah. Do you have any tips or things that you can talk about, I guess, when some of the things that you found maybe when you were doing an install that could help people out in the field to kind of make the install go even that much faster?
Right. I think the most important thing is figure out where you're going to physically locate everything. And you have to keep in mind that the push-pull pot is going to be longer than the original one. So just try to look for any interferences. Get yourself a battery and lay everything out where you're going to put it, because it'll save you a lot of time. If you only have to do it once, it's going to go much quicker instead of having to remount things a couple times.
Yeah. Cool. And then, what are you, typical person who comes in, they've got a Gibson style or a Fender style instrument. What types of rates would you offer someone if they wanted to have it installed?
Most guitars would be $40. I could check out the electronics, or clean out the pots, and do a few things at the same time. Service the guitar at the same time. Yeah, it wouldn't be prohibitively expensive. I would say for a do-it-yourselfer, it would only be if you're very comfortable soldering and wiring your guitar. Maybe you've done wiring mods or replaced pickups in the past.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say this would be a good project if you've never worked on your guitar before.
Yeah. If you were to do a comparison of maybe installing pickups, or like you said, swapping out a pot as far as level of difficulty, what's the best way to, I guess, to compare the install of our product versus an install of whatever else?
It's going to be, to be really precise, it'd be about almost exactly as difficult as putting in a push-pull switch for like a coil tap. It's the mini humbucker, though most of the wiring is completed already. In fact, almost all of it. It's a little simpler than that. It's pretty much just replacing a pot and just working out where you're going to put the battery and so forth, and making sure everything is assembled properly and works right. So we're going to go through the contents of the Intune Guitar Tuner package. Notice you got a whopping 5 different rings to color coordinate with your guitar. You got the manual, which is really important, and we've got the push-pull pot, the circuit board, and it even comes with a battery. And then, very importantly, you got to lift out the tray, and here's your little bag of hardware. And so now, the first time that you did a Strat install, because we ship actually with a flathead screw, maybe kind of talk about maybe what that flathead screw is used for. Right. On some Strats have an oval head screw for the mounting the pickup height adjustment, and that'll interfere with the ring on the tuner there. So they have thoughtfully included a little flathead 632 by 3/4 screw for you, So you can just swap that guy out, and the little ring for the tuner, this guy is going to sit nice and flat and look really sharp on your guitar there. Notice there's a slotted washer and a flat washer, and then they got a battery clip with Velcro on the back and self-adhesive, so you can just stick that in there. You don't have to drill any holes or put any screws in there, though you certainly could if you wanted to. Anyway, yeah, the first time I did this was an early kit, and it's, you know, they're still figuring out all the tooling, and it's really good to see that they put basically everything you could need. And, you know, if you ran into a snag, I mean, you got 2 nuts here, so you can space it out the proper amount from the top of the guitar. You know, you don't want that knob sitting 3 miles off the pick guard. So yeah, it should be everything you need.
And then, so what do you think about, you know, as far as if you're going to compare this with accuracy, usability, those types of things? I mean, I'm sure you've used thousands of different types of tuners that are out there and abroad, and, you know, what do you think, or how do you think we compare it to some of those other products?
Yeah, this tuner is very fast and very accurate. You can compare with definitely the best handheld tuners. I have one in my personal guitar. I take it to jams. I don't need to worry about leaving a tuner behind. I've done that more times than I'd like to admit. It's a pretty expensive thing to leave at a friend's house or a studio or a jam. Anyway, yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's super fast and accurate, and it's easy to use. You know, so you could quickly pull up on that knob and tune in between songs, you know, without losing the audience's attention. Yeah.
Cool, man. Sean, I really appreciate all the time that you took, and I mean, I can't think of a better way to endorse the product and to get it directly from, you know, someone who's installed and done so much work on so many different instruments.